No, you have gone to a lot of trouble, moving people around like so many chess pieces, even taking some people off the board, complete the analogy. Why? In order to install yourself as the head of the new Port Charles WSB station?
After you make sure Ava's punished, what happens then? Ava will go to prison.
I hope the GH writers have moved on from Drew and Willow. They were a poor match from the start. I'm glad Willow returned to nursing. It's where she truly belongs. Maybe this will mark the end of her relationship with Drew because they clearly don't fit together. Drew seems better suited with Naina. Actually, I think Drew and Naina are a great pair. Maxie won't reveal what she knows. She's not one to gossip. I understand Naina's strategy of keeping Drew focused on her and away from her daughter. I'm pleased Willow left, so she won't have to work closely with Drew. The best way to get Willow to back off from Drew would have been to just tell her they had been intimate. Instead, Naina is scheming and lying to herself about her motives. She isn't trying to help Willow. That kiss wasn't a one-time event. Naina will get jealous of Willow and eventually cause a scene. Drew's lack of remorse over the kiss is strange. Even though he's his own person now, inheriting Jason's memories should have included some sense of loyalty to Michael. I really wish Naina would stick to her word and keep quiet. There was no need for her to tell Maxie about the kiss between Willow and Drew. If she keeps talking, she'll ruin this relationship again. After the intense episodes we've had recently, today's show was incredibly dull. I actually fell asleep. They can't follow up all that excitement with such boring episodes. Kirsten Storm's Maxie looked stunning today. It's great to see her looking so well. Willow and Drew in the elevator was awkward due to the confined space. As they head back to the hospital, there are barriers they can't cross. Anna is investigating where Valentin is. She's determined. Drew and Nina have incredible chemistry. I know soaps are full of twists, but I hope this one sticks. They're also quite entertaining together, like something out of an old-school movie. Brennan was exactly what I needed. Christina losing the baby is heartbreaking, but Brennan's charm and flirtatiousness add some much-needed lightness. I'm looking forward to Jagger finding out Brennan is staying for good. More Brennan, please. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. I don't think Blaze realizes how much her mother has asked Christina to let her daughter go so she can pursue her music career. While it's a fantastic opportunity, Blaze also wants to be there for her girlfriend and support her. Does anyone else think Drew might have had his brainwashing or programming triggered while he was in jail? He's acting so out of character. Initially, it seemed like PTSD, but now I'm wondering if it's something more like a Manchurian Candidate situation. This situation is appalling. Naina deserves to be happy, but after learning that he kissed her daughter and wants to continue this ridiculous relationship, she's jeopardizing her relationship with Willow. Even though Willow is in the wrong too, I would hope that if my daughter came to me with such news, I would confront him and leave him behind. This storyline is just a disaster waiting to happen. TJ is wrong for handling the funeral preparations on his own. Christina has just as much right to be involved. There was no legal contract with Molly, so TJ's actions are causing issues. It's all about him, disregarding the fact that Christina is the biological mother. Poor Willow. I wish the writers would just forget that kiss ever happened. Willow liked that job and mentioned how it gave her more time with her kids, making her happy. Drew and Nina's situation is just frustrating. Willow will feel foolish when she learns about them. Drew is being so inconsiderate. I understand that TJ and Molly are grieving their daughter's death, but it's important to remember the good things about her favorite hobbies, foods, and activities. Keeping those memories alive is crucial. I believe Molly and TJ will have their own children again someday. I like the chemistry between Carly and Brennan, but given that Brennan was arrested for his connection to Pikeman, who was targeting Sunny, I'd expect Carly to keep her distance. It's about time TJ included Molly in all decisions regarding the baby, rather than handling everything on his own. He's grieving, but so is Molly. They both need time to mourn and make arrangements together. TJ shouldn't be so hard on Molly. While he has a biological connection to the baby, Molly is mourning her as a family member in multiple ways. They should also wait until Christina is able to be involved. I'm curious if the baby didn't actually pass away. They haven't shown any goodbyes in the hospital, unlike when Liam passed. I wonder if the surrogate miscarried, and the baby Christina carried might return in a few years. I appreciated Willow being there for Christina, as Michael requested, since she understands what Christina is going through. I'm surprised Elizabeth, now head nurse, didn't reprimand Willow for adjusting Christina's IV. Epiphany wouldn't have allowed that, especially unsupervised. If something had gone wrong, it could have led to a lawsuit against the hospital. Unfortunately, today might mark the beginning of the end for Blaze and Christina. Michael was right to have Willow talk to Christina, as it helped Christina open up to someone who understands her situation. Michael also inadvertently helped Willow by inspiring her to return to nursing, which is a positive step for her, not just because it means she'll be away from Drew. One question: how is Jack Brandon not in any police or prison records? And how is he managing to stay off the grid while still being present? Nina and Drew are so frustrating, but they deserve each other. I hope we can move past their storyline and get some more engaging plots. I'm also tired of Christina, who seems to ignore Molly's loss in favor of focusing on her own baby, which is becoming problematic. Am I the only one who finds that cemetery disturbing? I understand they wanted a special place for their baby, but I've never seen a graveyard with a dedicated section for children. It felt unsettling. In reality, children are typically buried alongside their adult family members. We all saw how that strategy session would end. It's a good thing it was at the end of the show, or I would have had to fast forward again. I'm getting really tired of Drew and his womanizing behavior. I understand Blaze is trying to help Christina, but she went about it the wrong way. Christina needs emotional support, not just comfort or water. While Christina is physically okay, she's grieving the loss of her baby, and it seems Blaze isn't fully recognizing that. There was a noticeable disconnect when Blaze first saw Christina at GH. Also, I hope Molly and TJ don't start drifting apart. TJ wants to grieve, while Molly is focused on revenge. I'm starting to get worried about their relationship. Finally, the hair, makeup, and wardrobe team have returned Maxie to her beautiful self. Why did they have her hair dyed black and dress her in unflattering clothes? Kirsten had to look that way for a while, but Maxie looks fantastic with her blonde hair and stylish outfits. This situation is going to blow up. I understand Nina is trying to protect her daughter, but Willow won't see it that way. As for Drew, it seems he's intent on sleeping with every woman in Port Charles. I find his character repulsive. The original Drew had much more class. It looks like Mommy is taking one for the team by trying to protect Willow by sleeping with Drew. Maxie remains the only voice of reason in the room. With all the tension between them, why was Drew making out with Willow? Poor Maxie. I hope she can forget this conversation as soon as she leaves. Maxie was clearly trying to avoid contact as she left. And of course, Nina's inability to keep a secret means the truth will either get to Michael or Willow will catch Mommy and Drew in the act at some point. The worst decision by the writers was killing off Christina's baby. There were so many potential storylines they could have explored with this, especially given Christina's inability to have more children. It's incredibly frustrating that they missed this opportunity. I've already stopped watching. This is just too disappointing. TJ, and to a lesser extent Molly for not correcting him, are being incredibly selfish by making plans for naming and burying the baby without involving Christina. Christina is the biological, birth, and legal mother, so it's concerning that the hospital might release her daughter's body or birth certificate to anyone else. Remember, this is the same hospital that almost let Spencer take newborn Ace until Esme intervened with a court order. I hope GH has improved their procedures since then, as Christina is already dealing with so much trauma. The last thing she needs is her daughter's body being handled without her involvement or buried behind her back. Can we get a love connection for Jordan? She needs more storylines and definitely deserves a man. While she's often just a supporting character, I really enjoy this actress in the role and would love to see her in a romantic storyline. I can't stand Portia with her constant whining and overreacting to everything. I want more screen time for Jordan and much less for Portia. I really wish Curtis had chosen Jordan, or that something interesting had happened between Jordan and Portia's brother. Give Jordan a compelling storyline. I'm kind of joking, but also serious when I say Jordan is too stunning for anyone on the show. She's in a league of her own. But yes, I'd love to see her featured more prominently with a great relationship story. Why do people ship Drillo? Even as an Esme fan, I wasn't on board with her having a relationship with Nicholas. If she ever returns, I'd actually prefer if it turned out she and Spencer had a moment of weakness and slept together one last time. Despite their animosity, after all, hate sex is a soap staple. Esme was always a troublemaker, and Nicholas and Ava seemed to deceive each other into believing they were in love. I never took them seriously as a couple, so their breakup felt inevitable. On the other hand, Willow is a genuinely good person who wants to be a good mother, and I actually like her with Michael. While I understand why some might not like them as a couple, I really don't want to see another storyline where a younger woman sleeps with an older man who is a relative of her partner. That would be the ultimate betrayal. We can have soapy drama without resorting to cheating with a significant other's much older relative and potentially getting pregnant, which could ruin a good storyline. Willow has a lot of unresolved trauma from her past and definite daddy issues, but she's also a bit of a Pollyanna trope. And I won't even start on the 3 different versions of Drew. I don't ship, but it's definitely soapy. Thoughts on comings and goings? So Lucky and Lulu, in a recast, are coming back, and Rick is returning too, though I'm questioning why. It looks like Jagger is now featured in the opening photos, so he's likely staying. My theory is that he and Ava might fake her death to keep Maura around in an attempt to frame Sunny. I think it's time to get rid of Blaze and Natalia. While they bring some Latin flair, they aren't adding much to the storylines. Heather, despite being fun, isn't necessary right now. I'd also say farewell to Lucy and bring back Liesel Schnitzel for Scotty. I'm done with Lucy. Where's Marshall? And what's happened to Terry? It's great to see trans representation, especially since it looks like Christina and Blaze's relationship is on the rocks. There are a lot of former All My Children cast members showing up on this show now. We've had Rebecca Budig, Cameron Matheson, who I prefer with Nana over Willow, and Ava LaRue, who was also in the cheesy horror movie Ghoulies 3. Now, they've recast Lulu with the actress who played Madison North on All My Children. I miss the old Lulu. I'm not sure why they made this change. This new Lulu doesn't quite feel like Lulu to me. It seems like Emmy was let go so Frank could hire his friends, and the casting call was just a formality. It's frustrating because it feels like he doesn't care about the show or its history, especially considering what happened with Em. Am I the only one who feels this way? As for Maxie, she clearly knows she looks great, and I love that for her. One of my favorite aspects of the show now is Maxie and Nima's banter. They play off each other so well, and their scenes are always enjoyable to watch. I didn't fully appreciate how good the actress playing Kristen is until this recent storyline. She's been breaking my heart with her performance. And Ava, the actress who plays her, is fantastic. I'm thrilled they've given her a storyline that lets her really showcase her talents. When she's scared or angry and backed into a corner, She's like a fierce little badger. It's fun to watch, and I'm excited to see how she handles her current situation. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.